Alright, in yesterday's video I was kind of struggling to explain the build that I was going for, so today we're going to take it easy and have a look at two very similar runs involving Quetzalcoatl. So this run is actually quite old, and we're skipping to turn 11 because the run lasts a very long time, specifically because we are spamming Hoopoe bird. Now you can actually see that it's so old that the Hoopoe bird graphic is the old one, so it's a bit smaller and kind of brighter looking, I guess. But this is almost a year old now, so it was recorded at the end of April last year. So basically a couple of weeks away from being a year old. For some reason I just didn't think this run had been in the backlog for that long. But yeah, there are just times where there are too many runs waiting to be edited and things just get indefinitely pushed down the priority list. In fact, I guess actually this is before Tapir was changed. So yeah, I'm freezing Tapir here because I want to be able to pill it and get another Hoopoe bird to try and complete the 5 of a kind. So at this time, I was trying to record a few different 5-ofs in customs. There were a bunch of different ones, and I was trying to focus on using Quetzalcoatl because it felt like it was more of a unique method. I think I did a video that was all dolphin, and I think that involved using Quetzalcoatl to level them all up. So someone had suggested, and I forget who it was, but someone had suggested trying to go for other 5 of a kinds, where you can do the same thing, you know, where even though the unit is a lower tier pet, their ability is strong enough that if you got 5 of them, you know, it would actually be relevant in the late game. So Hoopoe bird is an obvious candidate for that, and you can see that actually, yes, it is old Tapir. Kind of miss old Tapir, but yeah, what can you do? So I think here I should just risk it and pill the Tapir now and take the 75% chance that we're going to get a Hoopoe bird, and of course, despite the odds being in our favour, we get Quetzalcoatl instead. But it's not the end of the world because we can keep farming buffs onto the existing units. We're going to upgrade the one at the front to have mushroom. I think it might have been that I was also trying to get all of the units having being level 3 but also mushroom, as we luckily avoid the Phoenix Flames there. Look at this person's username. Please fix this game. I wonder who that was. Was this before Jersey Devil was toned down? I don't think so. Looks like we're going to win. I mean, I guess they could get some sort of ego loop here, but no, it's Cali Greyhound. Another Tapir. Probably better to just keep the slots open in the shop to find the last Hoopoe birds, but I guess at this point we're in danger of winning. So I just want to find the pills right now. So we do find one of them. We're going to take the chance again. Surely we're not going to get 2 Quetzalcoatls in a row. And there we go. And then I think probably at this point I just have to hope that we tie. Yeah, I'm not going to freeze the mushroom because I need a pill. This may have actually been before the Star Pack revamp. I can't remember exactly when that was. But I think Pillbug at this stage did not give a pill. So you couldn't just look for that in the shop as well. Looks like a free-to-play opponent here. So we could actually lose because it's level 3 snake with tiger. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a loss. Oh, barely though. Okay, it's actually going to be a tie. It's strange watching the battles with the slightly different graphics because everything just seems completely different. Even though it's just a minor change. And there we go, we find the Hoopoe bird in the shop and I actually roll past it. So because all my units are level 3, you don't get the little sparkly star showing that the pet in the shop is the duplicate. So I rolled past the Hoopoe there, which was a colossal blunder. And this was probably the old version of the Nordic goats. Although strangely here they only have one of them. I guess it doesn't really matter if you've got the monkey scaling, you can go without the goat synergy. And yeah, we are going to lose this time. So that does put us down to 1 heart. And I don't think it would have made any difference if we'd taken the other Hoopoe bird there. We were definitely going to lose. So, am I going to find the last one here? I guess I have 3 extra gold because the Quetzalcoatl is level 3, and yeah, I do find it. So, pretty lucky to get away with that, making the mistake. And then I think here, maybe I'm rearranging, hoping for a tie, so that I can find the other mushroom, and therefore get the full team of 5 with 5 mushrooms. Obviously, it's way too late to get another level 3 Hoopoe. But then I end up facing this 0 equipment team that has the Husky scaling. This is probably the old Husky that's still buffed 4 pets instead of 3. I don't think it would have made any difference, to be honest. And of course, the leopard is going to kill some things off. The Hoopoes do fairly well here, whittling them down, but yeah, it's not enough. So that one's been in the tank for a long time, and let's look at a more recent run that is quite similar. Alright, next one is one of the last remaining runs from my phone. There was a period where I was playing SAP intensively on the phone, and I did end up getting some good runs that never saw the light of day because I didn't like editing the phone footage, but it'd be kind of a waste to never upload this. So this time what I'm doing is going for all mandrakes. Now, it wasn't specifically going for 5 of a kind. The entire purpose of this was to try and counter some of the more toxic teams that were in the pool at the time. So I really wanted to get as many funny clips as possible of a team of multiple mandrakes just turning off all the abilities on the other side of the board. It actually looks really strange when that happens because you just have that innate expectation that pets are going to work in a certain way, and when their abilities don't go off, it looks really strange. Like here, we turn off the ability of the ant, and to me, it just looks really weird because I've played this game so many times that you just have that. You just mentally expect the ability to go off. I guess it's kind of strange at this point in the game that Mandrake is really the only pet other than Pandora's box, which I guess isn't a pet, but it comes from Bad Dog, where you can actually get dazed deliberately onto an opposing unit. You can get dazed from on a unit from Umbrella Bird or from Tardigrade, of course, but that doesn't really affect the opposing team. I guess maybe you could do Fringe Head with Umbrella Bird, but I think that would be very difficult to set up. So we're just going to be buffing these mandrakes up, and I should have actually bought the oyster mushroom there to turn one of the rabbits into another mandrake. But I guess, yeah, maybe I was just more concerned with buffing their stats up. Here's a very important dazed where we remove the melon. Oftentimes, actually just removing melon can be better than the dazed effect because in asynchronous matchups, it literally doesn't matter at all if you daze a Bigfoot because you're playing against the ghost team. So they don't lose out on any rolls in their particular run. But I think the change to Mandrake, where it no longer is restricted to only dazing faint units, was a massive buff. Unfortunately, against this team, they actually didn't have any units on tier 1 or 2. And we only have level 1 Mandrakes. So it's very important to try and get the Quetzalcoatl as quickly as we can. And actually here I'm going to pill this Kappa in the hope of getting a Mandrake straight out of it as a 14-16, I think it would be. Yeah, 14-16. I think this was probably recorded closer to the release of some of these units. So there were a lot more people playing stuff like Shima and Aga and Roadrunner and so on. I actually have seen quite a few Roadrunners recently, but Shima and Aga is a bit more uncommon. So we'll take the air palm tree. Now I have shown before in other videos that churros starter battle pets go before the toy. So actually you'll see here that we get the Mandrake ability because of the churros, and then we still get the coconut, which is extremely strong. I think we'll end up freezing the next mongoose. Okay, we would have done if we didn't get Quetzalcoatl there. And luckily it didn't hit the rabbit, although I guess I could probably water of youth or to try and hit another Mandrake. Very powerful Manticore team here, but the Mandrake at the front survives on 1 HP. I think maybe I'm going to go for double Quetzalcoatl, or maybe just level 2. Yeah, we'll just take 2 of them. We want to get to level 3 on these Mandrakes so that they're 100% guaranteed to daze something. And look at this. It's the Bulldog Crab guy, but with Sloth at the back. And the Crane actually heals the dazed. And the Bulldog has so much health that we still lose. That's just such a ridiculous round. It shows you at times that Mandrake, although it is such a powerful effect, sometimes it just can horribly backfire. But this time it works out perfectly, and again I think the dazed removed important equipment on the opposing side. And now I guess I'm just rolling for the last Mandrakes that I want. I did want them all to be level 3, so I kind of want to greed for another turn of Quetzalcoatl leveling. Maybe we can eke out another draw, but of course the coconut is also going to run out. And then look at this, almost their entire team gets dazed. None of the abilities work. I think it was the cat was the only one that didn't get dazed. And yeah, we win too quickly with the quad Mandrake team. Now here's another one with 4 Mandrakes. I had quite a few runs that got to this point where, we had the perfect setup basically and just could not find the last unit. And then here I've got Mandrake plus another Mongoose Frozen. And I get matched up against Carve. Now Carve was playing random packs here. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think there's a 1 HP, yeah. We're 1 attack away, I think, there from knocking out the hatching chick and getting to the next turn. But yeah, that was the closest I came to actually getting the 5 of a kind Mandrake in customs.